Hey, dude, I love the Burger King hat back there.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a Burger King hat, is it?
Yeah.
It reminds me of one, though, man. Did you ever, when you were a kid, you got those Burger King? Everybody turn around and check his crown out. Remember how you would get the crowns? I don't know if you guys did this when you were a kid, but the badass thing it would do to be cut two eyes in and pull that shit down. Two eyes, but you had like thorns coming out. You could always tell the cool kids and the not cool kids. The uncool wear the crown, the cool ones like, fuck yeah. What's happening, yo? Is there any kids in the audience? Sorry about the profanity.
You know, that always happens. I say something, and then all of a sudden I see these parents taking the kids out. For some reason, I think that anybody associated with this film is at least, even as fans, at least 21. Sometimes there's younger ones. So I will watch what I say today, but no profanity.
The profanity is not the frightening part. The frightening part is when there's like a family with like quintuplets that are all 5 years old, and you just lace profanity left and right. You're like, oh, sorry. You're like, no, they've heard it all. You're like, ah, really?
No.
So what's going on? How's everybody doing? None of y'all have hangovers from last night. Everyone's like, woo! Hangovers? Like, okay, fine. Like it sucks, man. Whatever. So what do y'all want to talk about today?
Mongolian death worm.
Sweet, busted out. Nice skirt of the worm. I love that movie. I actually do.
It is. I love it too.
I love like breaking the fourth wall and smiling at the camera and getting the audience in on the joke. I actually dig that.
What do we see too?
Rock on. Cole digs it. God bless.
I was just wondering, is you Danny Powell?
I am. I wasn't for a time period until I deciphered what the message was, and then I understood, oh, actually, I am. Dago. Dago. Or Duke. Whatever the hell it was. It's a long story, man. You guys should Google it. Fucked up story. Happened to me in Riverside, California, which happens to be, oddly enough, the crystal meth capital of the world. Who fucking knew? Only after that do you realize that it all makes perfect fucking sense. Questions?
I was wondering if you could talk about Shine Until Tomorrow and Christmas 14.
Shout Out to Tomorrow. Yeah, Shout Out to Tomorrow is a blog I started a couple years ago, and you can check it out. It's called ShineUntilTomorrow.com. I also started something called Christmas14.com. I don't know if a couple of you guys are aware, I have a couple of martial arts academies in LA. Martial arts has been a huge part of my life since I was 9 years old. And what I do is I sell some merchandise on there, and part of the proceeds go to give scholarships to kids to get them in a martial arts program. Kids without parents, single-parent families, without father figure in their life, whatnot. I know what it did in my life, so we do our best to promote that. We have a couple of sponsored academies and a number of sponsored students, so Christmas14.com, check that out. The title Christmas 14 came to me because, I don't know, some of you guys are probably aware, 1914, World War I, Christmas time, something happened in the trenches of Belgium, and it was pretty spine-tinglingly emotional. Google that too, or you can go to Christmas14.com. The story's on that website, but it's something happened that kind of gives you hope for humanity, for at least a little brief. Yes.
Huge fan.
Thank you.
I love that you're into martial arts. I'm also a black belt. Been doing it for my whole life. It's one of the best things I ever did. It's just traditional karate.
Oh, there's no just. Take the just out, man. Disclaimer. I'm the president, but it's a fucking small country. So we have currency.
And my question is for you. Do you really send Neil a pack of donuts that you stuff in your pocket?
One more time?
Do you really send Neil a pack of donuts that you stuff your dick in?
Story.
Donut story.
The donut story.
What about it?
True.
Is
Is
it
it
true?
true?
I heard it the first time. I just love hearing it. Have you fucks met me? Of course I did that shit. And it's in human nature to deny that shit. It's my real program. Nobody's gonna go, yeah, I did it. I ate him. Nobody says that. Of course they're gonna be like, yeah.
Was it a glazer? I'm sorry.
I'm fucked up, but I'm not fucked. He's my boy. It's funny, but it's not like great.
Oh my god.
Yes, sir.
Hey guys, I've been a huge fan for years, and I was just wondering, after you filmed the movie, did you have any idea, like, the fan base you were going to get from the film?
Rock was like, sit back and watch.
There was a time when I go, we're fucked.
It's the long answer to that is you never know, and the quality of the product is a tiny, tiny indicator of reception and sales, but how it gets to people is another matter entirely. Marketing, P&R, stuff like that. So you never know. I mean, you can do a film that you think is really, really great, but it may or may not reach audiences. You have no way of knowing. And it kind of crept up on us. It went to a couple theaters and nobody saw it, and we thought it was just going to go away. And then it was kind of a grassroots effort. It was kind of a wonderful thing to experience because, I'd get a call from Duffy and they'd be like, hey, they picked it up, it's going to be in Blockbuster. And this was after it was like in the theater for 16 and a half seconds. And then readers would call me and say, hey, there's 3 copies on the Blockbuster shelf. And like 2 weeks later, they'd be like, dude, there's a whole shelf. And like another 3 weeks, dude, it's a whole section. Then another 3 weeks, it's a whole wall. I mean, and then you see T-shirts with our faces on it. It just kind of happened. It was an underground thing. You can't really, there's no recipe for a cult hit. It's like, whenever you hear like recording artists talk about, yeah, I'm gonna go record my next hit song. The word hit doesn't apply until millions of people love it and adore it. The best intentions, it doesn't really make a hit song. It's how it's received. You guys make a cult hit. We produced a movie. What determines a cult hit is if you guys go to your friends and go, hey man, check that out. That's the endorsement, and that's kind of what happened. It's a wonderful thing to experience, because daily more and more people handed it to their friends. It just got it's the most powerful form of marketing. Whenever somebody that you respect endorses a movie or a product or a piece of art, no sales team can talk about it. And that's what happens. Thank you.
Hey, Sean. Okay, so I just waited this question. So,
let me back up for a second. Her name's Penelope, but I call her Penelope. Let me tell you where I got this. First of all, I always talk about stories about shit. So pardon me just for a second, but I think it's a funny story. Me and my best friend on the planet, his name is T, and we go to this place on La Cienega Boulevard every Thanksgiving. And oddly enough, it's called Norms. And it's, that had nothing to do. We go like, let's get Norms. We do this for years and years and years. Before I even met Regis. So we go every day for Thanksgiving. We were in, it was called Norms on La Cienega. He's like, yeah, no. We started going, we had no dough, and we were just like, yeah, it's kind of a cheap House of Pies or Denny's, but fucking low. But we've been going there since like I moved to LA and we both waited tables together. I've known her for 30 years, man. So we've been going there, so we still go there, man. Creature of habit. I don't need to upgrade. Fuck that, man. Always give me a delicious breakfast. I'm going back to the delicious breakfast.
Do they have a turkey plate?
They do. They have a turkey plate. Unfortunately, it's not processed turkey, but we love it anyway. It's not like breast sliced. It is. It's kind of like chicken McNuggets with turkey. But fuck it, man. We're going there every once every time. And we're there on Thanksgiving. And we're sitting next to this really old guy, he's 70-something years old. We just start chatting with him. And he was talking, using the military, he's talking to us about, and he said, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm in the entertainment business, I do some stuff, and he said, well, what do you do? I told him I'm an actor, and he's like, oh, the actors these days, man, I tell you,
biggest thing like there was, man. I swear. He goes, back in the day we had the beauties. We had the beauties. You know, we had all the Audrey Hepburn and shit like that. Now look on the damn TV and there's that what? Penelope Cruz. She needs a burger. And I'm like, I fucking love you, dude. We had Audrey Hepburn, Merlin, and this damn Penelope Cruz. That's what it takes home, man. I fucking love you.
Anyway, long story about Penelope.
I'm touched that I have that nickname from that memory of yours. Okay, so my question is, I know it's not about what's going to happen in Boondock Saint 3, but it's kind of like if the Saints, Connor and Murphy,
The other one.
what would you think, and how would you see if they ever, I don't know, settle down or want to have some little ones, maybe adopt or something, retire? What would you think when they're done being action heroes?
Yeah.
I'm curious about that.
Let's make her career romantic comedy. Or Connor and Murphy come in, and that would be an interesting dialogue if it was combined with
Yes.
Try it.
Try it. Do it.
and Shepherd's we so big. Ooh, let's go. Let's find a boat and go sailing. Violence is just wrong. We just need hugs. What's your work, you know?
Oh, no, it was only a fun question.
But you never know,
Yeah.
It's in the process right now.
What would you like to happen that if you had complete control? That's a good way.
No, don't say it.
Connor and Murphy establish a meritocracy and institute a minimum level of morality. Anything that falls below that line will get 2 pennies.
Yeah.